turn me round, I go numb. Born with a weak heart, I guess we must be having fun. The less we say about it, the better. We'll make it up as we go along. Feet on the ground, head in the sky. It's alright, I know nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Hey, I got plenty of time. Hey, you got light in your eyes, and you're standing here beside me. I love the passage of time. Never for money, always for love. Cover up and say goodnight. Say goodnight. Home is where I want to be, but I guess I'm already there. I come home, she lifted up her wings. I guess that this must be the place. I can't tell one from the other. Did I find you when you find me? There was a time before we were born. Someone asked me, this is where I'll be, where I'll be. We drift in and out. Hey, singing to my mouth. Out of all those kinds of people, you got a face with a view. I'm just an animal looking for a home, and share the same space for a minute or two. And you love me till my heart stops. Love me till I'm dead. Eyes light up, I see through you. Cover up your blank spot, hit me on the head like a like a
Wuppertal, make some noise! Welcome everybody. you, this day is just getting better and better by the minute. Welcome the teams, welcome guests, welcome project teams, and welcome visitors who just popped by this afternoon. Please raise your hands. There should be a lot of people. Thank you for your cooperation. That looks better. Thank you very much. So did you already have the chance to have a look at a few of the houses? Impressive, right? Well, you're about to get to know the teams behind the buildings, the teams that built the buildings in just a few short moments. We're here at the Solar Campus in Wuppertal at Utopia Stadt. And just to give you a little bit of background, in order to build this, it has taken years. The teams, you probably remember the December of 2019 when you received the call that you will be a part of the Solar Decathlon Europe in 2021-2022. Time flies by so fast, and now is the day that you will hold your speed peer reviews. It has taken more than 2.5 years, and now we're here. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job. So what is this event, this Solar Decathlon Europe? As you can hear by the name, Europe, so there must be an international version of it? Yes, it is, because the SDE, the Solar Decathlon Europe, has its origin in Washington 20 years ago. It came to Europe, and it happened to be that in 2014, in the Versailles edition in France, one very distinct lady from the Energy Endeavor Foundation had the idea, why don't we just let the competing teams present their ideas in front of the peers, just to add a little bit more pressure to the situation. Anyways, this idea has developed and had gained in quality, which is why now in 2022, we again have the speed peer review. And to give you some additional background about the SDE, we do have, the SDE is a competition. It's a high-level, university-level competition in architecture, in engineering, and in communication. And if you have a competition, of course, you need a jury. And on Sundays, there will be one of the biggest contests of this competition, which is the CESA, the Communication, Education, and Social Awareness Award. The 3 jurors for this competition are Jakob Schof, who is a communication expert, and Karin Stieldorf, and, which is a very special honor, we do have the man behind the Solar Decathlon movement, Richard King. Please welcome to the stage. There you go.
Hello, Decathlon. I am so delighted to be here. It's the first Decathlon I've been to in 2.5 years because of the pandemic. I'm just so excited to be here and to be amongst all my greatest friends. So it is the 20-year anniversary. Whew, man, where did time go? And as I look back and reminisce about the 20 years, certainly the events that really come to mind are the European events. You know, in Madrid in 2010 and 12, and then in Versailles in 2014. Great events, and that's where this idea of a speed peer review originated. And, you know, I felt the need for that too as an organizer in the United States. You know, you're so busy working on your houses all the time, you don't even know who your neighbor is or what, or why and how they're designing their house. And towards the end of it, you realize, wow, you know, we wish we had more time to learn about each other. So the peer review is really good. Here's your chance now, in a really quick fashion, to get a quick overview of what all the teams are doing here, this very competition. The added twist this year is they put it into the rules, and so yes, the communications jury, which I'm a part of, is sitting right here in the front row, not to put any pressure on you, But first impressions are very important. But please give your overview, have fun, talk to your peers. We're going to be here. It's just the beginning of us to get an idea of how your presentation professionalism is. And then we're going to be touring your houses later today and tomorrow. So with that, pressure's on. Let's go. Let's make this competition happen.
Thank you. And to the visitors, what are you about to witness? You now have the chance to get each of the 16 competing teams to get to know their philosophy, their idea, and a few of the team members as the representatives on stage. Each of the 16 teams will have 3 minutes flat to present their ideas in a very entertaining fashion. It is a big secret because 2 days ago we had the rehearsals and we haven't seen any of the presentation. So it's a huge premiere for all of us to witness. I am very delighted. I'm so much looking forward to it, to all the 16 presentations in the speed peer review of the Solar Decathlon Europe 2022. And the first team, I'll get the mics ready. The first team who does have the 3 minutes flat is from Grenoble in France, Team Aura, Léodine and Clara Manceau. There you go, enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
98% is a territory, in France that is not occupied by metropolises, and where 71% of the French population lives.
That's why we chose to focus our project at the Arzelier Pass, a territory in the Alps mountains near the city of Grenoble. Our objective is to revitalize this declining area by developing their new services, activities, and transport networks.
For 2 years, our team imagined 9 different projects to revitalize this area. Among them, housing, a school, a health center, a farm, and so on.
From these projects, the one we chose to develop for the Solar Decathlon competition is the Hotel of the Two Sisters.
2.5 million is the number of beds that will be vacant in a few years when hotels like this one will have lost their function. The lack of snow due to the climate change forces ski resorts to close, and hotels like ours become obsolete.
40 to 80 times is the quantity of material saved when we choose to renovate, rehabilitate, revitalize instead of building new construction. In our team, we say that the most ecological responsible square meter of construction is the one we do not build.
Moreover, why continue to build in cities while there are existing buildings slowly crumbling in other areas nearby?
That's why this hotel is 100% a renovation project.
As you can see, we have decided to work on a territorial reorganization, and we have applied our concept to a local area near the city of Grenoble.
More precisely, we want to revitalize a declining area by developing their new services, transport networks, and activities there on this territory.
The Solar Decathlon competition is a significant steps towards the realization of this project. Here are some local inhabitants of the Arzelier Pass. We met with them several times to help them to think big and to imagine alternative ways of living. The next step will be to truly allow them to improve their immediate environment and way of life.
If we can dream it,
We can do it! So
And
give us a oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Wait. As all these teams have built their projects, they have also described their projects in this booklet. It's an exhibition handbook on beautiful pages. Every team has written it, and we have published it. So you will get the booklet in the Alte Glaserei at the bar for €5 each, but the teams, of course, will get a pile of it, and all the teams will get it. Thank you very much. They have done it.
That's your applause. Thank you, Team Aura. As you can see, we're very precise on the timing. You are perfect. It was like 2 minutes 58. After 3 minutes, we cut you off. Next, we go a little bit south. From Valencia in Spain. Please welcome with me, Team Azalea. Enjoy.
Azalea unites tradition and innovation. We chose.
You have to wait till there is your presentation. Sure? If you click next, we start.
Azalea unites tradition and innovation. We chose El Cabañal, a traditional neighborhood in Valencia well known for its culture, but also for its social and urban problems. In El Cabañal, there are a large number of vacant lots. That is why we decided to choose the Closing Gaps urban situation to improve the neighborhood, because we want to improve it. In order to know the needs of the neighbors, we carried out a process of citizen participation in which we asked them how we could improve their quality of life. We have listened to many touching stories that have helped us creating Escala. Knowing their needs, we have decided to create a scattered housing cooperative with mixed public-private management that's allowing us to create a house that can grow horizontally and vertically. In our proposal, there are a large number of materials. So we try to renew that Valencian architecture. For example, using wood and ceramics. The tiles that cover our main facade embody tradition. So we have decided not to just use them on the main facade, but also on the west facade and on the roof. A dry solution that improves ventilation and allows the using of insulation and installation. From this proposal, we extract our project, Escala. And what does Escala mean? The Escala was the distance of 1.36 meters between the barracas, the old traditional Valencian houses, a space that shaped El Cabañal more than 500 years ago, and then we have recovered to give it a new use, to improve the energy efficiency. Our objective is to put the inhabitant at the center of a fair, affordable, and real energy transition through technology. Azalea is committed to change, to tradition, towards a more sustainable world. Circular economy is, in our project, the main purpose, especially in terms of using materials that were no longer going to be used. For example, we have used the plastic from the helmets of our previous project to create flower pots. We have also used as insulation rice straw and recycled cotton made of textile scraps, and also pallets inside the modules or recycled paper for the walls. For this and much more, Escala is a project that ensures the viability, economic, social, and environmental of El Cabañal. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne. Wow, you practiced. That was perfect in timing again. As you can see, dear visitors, the teams focus on efficiency, on responsible use of materials, and we're very curious to hear what the next team has prepared. The next team from Stuttgart in Germany. Please welcome Julia Gessner and Svenja Herb from Team Collab. Presenter die Kifana.
This is part of your presentation. Yeah, but I tried to skip it and it didn't work. So. That was no problem. Okay.
Oh, Svenja, I'm so glad the last decades are over.
Yes, the years were exhausting, but so inspiring. For the past 5 years, we have been carbon neutral throughout Europe and free from fossil fuels. I remember there was a competition back then. Its developed buildings were implemented all throughout Europe.
Yes, the Solar Decathlon Europe. I remember. I can see the entries all over the city built now. I even live in an implemented project of the SDE.
Really? That's so cool. Tell me more. I don't think I've ever been to your house.
Yeah, the building is based upon the entry of the University of Applied Science Stuttgart. And the team name was Collab, like collaboration. And they had a vision, making urban sustainable living possible. And they did it. They had a lot of people working together from different backgrounds and different disciplines. And they were able to collaborate back then already.
Wow, I am so glad that is standard practice now.
Oh, look, there's one of the Collab buildings over there. The idea was to design an extension based as a modular timber construction and focus on common spaces, so everyone can feel at home. And it really worked out. It provides a lot of urban gardening and green spaces. And the other day, I met with a friend for a yoga session in the common spaces, and I was even able to repair my bike in one of the integrated workshops.
Oh, and I thought we had lost you as a cyclist.
Not yet.
Okay, so I've seen this building in many different locations. How come?
Well, it is designed to be transferable.
And how do they manage to do that?
They developed the grid. It is a wooden skeleton that reacts to an existing structure and varies in its size. It also has an organic photovoltaic facade that is specific for the building location.
Tell me more about the facade.
So, do you see these these shaped modular organic facades?
Yes.
Yes, those are the organic photovoltaic modules that are placed upon the grid, and they protect the building from overheating and produce electricity for the building. And it also keeps it from overheating, but also lets in enough daylight. It is also simulated by one of their students from a program that calculates the orientation and also the place and the orientation and the climatics. So it calculates the size of the cell and the position of the cell.
So the building looks a bit different in each location?
Exactly.
Oh, that's so cool. You'll have to show me sometime.
You definitely have to come and I'll show you my apartment. It's a spatial miracle. It has a lot of space. Come on.
Yes, let's go.
Ich brauche das Mikro. Dankeschön. That was so on time. Wow. I have enough hands, but thank you. Our next competing team is from Istanbul and Lübeck. Ekim Güne Öztürk, was that close? Okay, it was a close. From Team Deeply High.
Hello, thank you for being here. I am Ekim from Team Deeply High, and as Vilma said, we are the only team in the competition which consists of 2 different universities. I would like to start with our concept. We have chosen Kiel to base our project. We want to show a way of redensification with a probable good impact both on community and nature. We are not planning to design a building for only for one place, but we are trying to design a building for socially and environmentally viable life for all. And our concept could be summarized as Land, Rand, Stadt, which means urban, rural, and suburban. There are 3 major elements of our design. You see the living area on the first floor. On the second floor, you see the garden and the communal space. And there is a vertical energy garden located on our south facade. And with the help of height-adjustable furniture, we are able to provide barrier-free wheelchair accessibility to all of our levels in the home. Our energy strategy is based upon the concept of energy gardens, and there are several energy pathways we use. As you can see, geothermal energy potential, PCMs, and greenhouse energy are only some of the pathways we used in our design. For the design of the rooftop, we have produced a hybrid scenario of a greenhouse, a rooftop garden, and a communal space. There are various food production techniques we have on our rooftop, and we are able to provide food for a family of 4 with the facilities we have on the rooftop. Also, by the help of aquaponic systems, seedling units, seed library, growing beds, portable smart pot units, and warm compost boxes, we are aiming to create food and energy sufficient cities. Also, we have an algae fall located on our eastern facade. That algae fall uses the water from compost mixed with the rain. These 2 sources are mixed to create an environment, a medium for algae to grow, and later on we use the biomass created by algae as a fertilizer for our plants. For the urban mobility, we structured our vision around the mindset of sharing. In this sense, besides mobility options, we do not only share the mobility options we have, but we aim to share tools, facilities, and all the resources within the living environment. In order not to amplify automobile dependency, we have decided not to create any more parking spaces, but we decided to create new bicycle parks and charging stations. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ekim. We really have a wide variety of European countries represented here. The next team is from Bucharest in Romania. Team FDM, please welcome Jakob and Theodora.
Welcome, everybody. What you're about to hear is the story behind FDN Vatra. We had a mission to design, execute, and implement models of good practice for sustainable communities. FDN is now one of the most important sustainable NGOs in Romania and the only one to develop solar houses for educational and research purposes. 3 years ago, we qualified for the 3rd time in the solar decathlon. And we created FDN Sustainable City, which is now an urban lab where we are testing our And we created FDN Sustainable City, an urban lab to promote our previous work and to research new ways of living. Speaking of which, did you know that single adult households rose by 20% in the last 10 years? Well, we are prepared for that. FDN Vatra provides efficient housing for single living. How are we doing it? 3 different modules, are working as individual apartments that have greenhouse modules attached.
We use this kind of solution for addition of stories on Cafeada, a post-industrial building here in Wuppertal. As you can see, all of the apartment modules are built on the perimeter of the building in order to leave a core for common areas such as a kitchen or an entertainment or co-working zone. It is very important to us to keep in mind that the audience that we are building for is a younger one, so affordability was a key in our project. We saw that we can indeed build sustainably if resources are shared. Why is this kind of solution better than what's already on the market? Well, co-living is a solution for the future. It means that resources that are shared and it helps each and every resident get as much as they can from a singular module and a common area. This is our HDU. It used the same concepts and idea. Basically, the idea behind Vatra is that it integrates a whole ecosystem used for dwelling, for entertainment, and for community. It helps us feel at home, even though we live in small apartments on our own. The HDU is built according to Living Building certification, meaning that we use resources and materials that are recycled or natural. For example, the structure that we are using is a wooden one. In the end, we hope that you can come here with us and enjoy the housing. Thank you.
We want to make sure that each of the teams do have the very same parameters, so 3 minutes flat. The next team is already getting ready. From Prague in the Czech Republic, please welcome Team First Life.
Hi, Grandpa.
Oh, hi, Anna. How are you?
Oh, great. I just got to the university in Prague. I'm so excited. I can't wait to live in the dorm on my own. It must be so great.
Oh, my sweet summer child. There's a huge shortage of accommodation in Prague, especially for students. There's an article about it here in the paper.
Of course.
You want something nice and cozy, right?
Of course. I'm still just a student.
Well, don't expect too much. I remember my years in Prague all too well. Small rooms, no privacy, and you will be lucky if you get anything at all.
But it must be getting better soon. Look at the project developed by Czech students in CTU.
What is it?
See, they plan to extend the dorm capacities, and they actually live in the 21st century. It's cozy, full of new ideas, and actually benefits the neighborhood. Beyond the new floors, they also create a large community space on the lot, which can be used by the neighbors either to get a good coffee or an event hall.
So it's not just for students?
Furthermore, the design can also be used for other buildings, such as housing for elderly. Something for you, Gramps.
Uh-huh.
I could have my own room with kitchen and bathroom, but there is also a space for community. It's based on recycled materials and full of technologies, making the space comfortable and environmentally friendly.
Yeah, but still just a project on paper, nothing real.
No. They actually built a demonstration unit in Wuppertal. Where you can see all the features. Student room and community room, a walk-through balcony to walk between the rooms or to spend leisure time there. Fantastic inhabitable green roof with lightweight shading PV pergola.
Wow, but you cannot build such a thing.
Yes! And also root wastewater treatment, seasonal green shading, and selective glazing, which, together with the roof overhang, prevent overheating. Mechanical ventilation with heat recovery for winter and natural ventilation in warm days.
Yeah, but that has to be it, right?
No. It also has rainwater treatment, smart controls, biodynamic lights for better sleep and focus, interiors made from combination of wood and compressed beverage cartons, use of second-hand furniture, and much, much more.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes, let's go and see in Wuppertal.
Get
Please,
my
Grandpa.
umbrella and see you all in Wuppertal.
Okay. I was about to take that seat. Looks better on you. Thank you. The next team is already getting ready, and as you can see, it's not just one, it's not two, it's not three people, it's 9. Please welcome from Rosenheim in Germany, Team Level Up.
Test.
Hello.
Servus.
We are the Level Up team from Rosenheim Technical University of Applied Science, located at the base from the Alps, between Munich and Lake Chiemsee. Jakob, which building did Level Up base our project for Project and Design Challenge?
We based our design challenge on a residential building located in Nuremberg, Germany, that is used for social housing. We chose this type of building because it's representative of a great number of German buildings built in the 1950s and 1970s. But Michael, why did we choose this type of building?
Oh, that's a good question. There are apartment buildings like these in every German city, and they make up a large percentage of residential housing in Germany. Fortunately, they consume a lot of energy and usually heated with fossil fuels. This is one of the many big problems that we have to solve. How does Level Up plan to solve these problems?
That's why we developed our Level Up system. First, we will renovate the actual building, and then we will add 2 stories on top of the building. For the addition of stories, we're using a modular, lightweight timber construction method that allows a construction flexibility and is cost-effective. We also renovate the actual building and add solar panels on the roof
and on the facade, and we can dramatically reduce the energy demand and supply the whole building with green energies. So, new people will also move into the building. How can we bring the actual residents together with the new residents of the addition of stories?
Level Up has planned communal spaces, roof gardens and greenhouses that will be available to all building residents. Here you can make a barbecue or simply spend time together. What's the main goal that we are trying to achieve with our team?
Thanks to our flexible construction method, we can apply our system to the different types and sizes of the buildings from the 1950s and 70s. Using this technology, we can create up to 1.1 million new, low-cost, climate-friendly flats that are even barrier-free. In addition, we won't seal any green spaces. We even create more green spaces on the roofs. But finally, Michael, what makes our team so special?
First of all, our team spirit. We've all been working very, very hard towards one big goal: a turnaround in the building sector and climate-neutral future. What characterizes us is that everything was designed and built by students, even the interior design, construction, and installation. That's why we can proudly say our building is 100% homemade.
Just aside. Welcome. Thank you, guys. As diverse as the constructions are, as diverse are the performances on the stage. The next one we're looking forward to is from a team from Aachen in Germany. Please welcome Isabel Görz, Franz Plesch and Leon Pilacic from Team Local Plus.
Lisa? Why are there so many people in front of our house? Yeah, interesting, but why so many?
Oh, yeah, I posted an Instagram story a few days ago to invite a few people. I didn't expect that many to come, but we're very happy that you're so interested.
Yeah, since it's so many, then let's start with the interview.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you're here and that so many people want to see our HDU. Yeah, I'm gonna invite you one by one. Who wants to be the first one? How about you over there? Yeah, come inside.
Hello, I'm Luis. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Luis.
Yeah.
I'm Ludwig. I'm 73 years old. I'm a retired teacher, and I live in the local plus house with my local cat, Sir Lancelot.
Yes. And I'm Lisa. I'm 23 years old, and I'm a design student. And yeah, I like to do yoga or hang out in the garden. But why don't you tell us something about yourself?
Sure. I'm 27 and work as a bartender. And I just arrived to Wuppertal a week ago, and then I saw your Instagram story. And I would be so glad to live in a shared apartment.
Yeah, speaking of shared apartment, we are currently standing in our shared common room. Here we all hang out together, we cook together, we enjoy the view of the garden, we watch movies together.
That sounds so nice and what I want. And then in your story you said something about living on wheels and that I don't need any furniture. What does that mean?
Yes, that's true. We have a very unique private room, but they are upstairs. Should we go there?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I will take the lift.
See you upstairs.
Oh, wow. What's this? And where are the rooms?
Well, these are your rooms. We call them cubes, and you can move them around the apartment to create different spaces during the day. Inside, you have everything you need. You have a bed, you have some storage, and you even have a desk.
Oh, so nice. Little movable private spaces and a lot of place to dance. Ludwig, look there. Isn't that your cat, Sir Lancelot?
Oh yes, you find him. He kind of likes you. But you also know that our house is really sustainable, like on an energy perspective, we produce around...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ludwig, but there are so many more people waiting. I think we should go on. It was very lovely meeting you.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great pleasure to see you here, and maybe we'll see each other again.
Yeah, we will definitely stay in touch. See you.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you, Ludwig.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
We're not done yet.
Oh, Lisa, I think Luis is such a great roommate. We should accept him as a local in the local plus house.
Yes, he was really amazing, but we have to be fair and give the other ones a chance as well. Who's next? Maybe Lungs of the City?
I'm always curious, how long did you practice that? And who brought Sir Lancelot? Whose is it, by the way? The cat, whose is it yours? It's really Ludwig's cat. Okay. Props to you, Ludwig. The next competing team is from Page in Hungary. Please welcome Dana and Camila from team Lungs of the City.
Sziasztok! Hello everybody! We are Team Lungs of the City, and our mission is to breathe life back to our community and give back nature its home.
So our journey started with this very simple purpose. What we want to do is to reintegrate nature into the urban landscape so we as humans can learn to coexist with it. So, if you look closely, our logo hides symbolism from our philosophy. We stem from the simple concept of a leaf. Leaves clean the air, making them the lungs of our city. See what we did there? Using sustainable architecture, we want to provide dignified, affordable living to our community while also promoting interaction and collaboration.
This makes us the heart of our community. The project title is RGB, which means
Regreen Blocks.
As you have heard, we come from the city of Page. Like other European cities, we also have our downtown condensed with buildings that are just giving a green outline and leaving very little space for green areas. But yet, we want to integrate those green areas into our building and have renewable energy in our project.
Our RGB gatehouse was designed in order to address the urban gaps in the old downtown of Page. The building program seeks to provide affordable housing for both families and students. It also has a community garden and shared workshops where people can share knowledge and collaborate with each other.
Our project consists of two main facades, the northern one being our air ventilator and also a pollution filter, and the second one being the southern facade, which is our solar energy facade with the solar panels. It also has a winter garden, which helps with the thermal breathing and also cultivates spices.
Here in this picture, you can have a better look of our southern energy generating facade and also the wooden structure that gives it its characteristic volume. We wanted to keep the concept of flexibility in our interior spaces. We use movable partitions as well as modular furniture, so users can adapt the space as they see fit.
However, we cannot give you all our secrets, and we expect to see you in our building to show you around.
We're Lungs of the City. Please join us as we breathe in.
And breathing out.
Breathe out. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Next on stage, the team with probably the shortest journey from Düsseldorf in Germany. Please welcome Mirja and Jana and a third person from Team Mimo.
Hello, people. Hi, Jana.
Hi, Mira. How would you explain our concept of innovative and sustainable housing?
As our name already implicates, the name is minimal housing, minimal impact, maximum output. We want to put minimal housing as our core principle. To achieve that, we combine modular buildings and a sharing approach, and we offer a variety of things to our residents and as well to the community of the district. We hence minimize the private space of each resident, but we maximize the community space. The building task we chose was as well the addition of stories on the Café Ada, close by to where we are right now, and the goal was to preserve the main characteristics of the actual building that already exists. One of our most innovative concepts, as you can see here, is to surround the entire building with a climate shell that consists of movable lamellas and roof windows, and therefore provides the energy for the entire community of the house. Jana, how do we actually implement those concepts into our building that we built here on the Solar Campus?
So we decided, next one. We decided to build 2 of our smallest modules and envelope them with a climate shell. This climate shell creates a communal area where the residents can meet and get together. In this communal area, we see here, we have a dining room, we have a community kitchen, as well as a roof terrace. Next is. So our energy concept is based on solar energy and passive ventilation, which is achieved through climate shell, as well as our energy bus system. This system is an outcome of a student project that uses intelligent heat distribution to couple major household appliances with a heat pump. That means we don't waste any heat and can keep it in our energy cycle. So for recycling purposes, we only use raw materials like cork, clay, and wood. And it's special that all of our wood is completely glueless and without any foils. So everything can be separated and easily be recycled afterwards. Okay, so please come visit us, and you can find us in front of the Alte Glaserei between the Taiwanese HDU and the pavilion from Stadtwerke. And also you can watch some small videos on Instagram of our construction phase. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stark. Thank you. Next team is getting ready. Please welcome from Karlsruhe in Germany, Saskia, Julian and Nadine from Team Roof Kit.
How do we build in the future? What is our state of the art concerning consumption? And how do we handle resources? It's a truly unsustainable, linear process. We produce, use, and throw away. But how long can this continue to work? We want to work for our future with the idea of a shift for paradigm. So, how can we design buildings that are not only less wasteful, but also less expensive?
We have to rethink the complete way of building as it is common today. We have to turn it around from linear to circular. This is how we, Team Roof Kit, address the main challenges of our generation. Climate change, shortage of resources, and social inequality. And we top it off with beauty.
Why don't we work with what we already have? We have existing building stock, we have renewable energies, and we have urban mined materials. So, what is our approach?
We see urban mined materials and waste as supply for future buildings. So, to build for disassembly leads to a zero waste practice and a circular economy.
RoofKit aims for a transformation process in European cities for inclusive communities and smarter cohabitation. But what does that mean?
Our solution is a rooftop extension to create an urban gap and include everyone with a universal and highly flexible floor plan. But where does the energy for all of that come from?
We harvest solar energy. This way, we design a building that provides not only enough energy for itself, its habitants and the mobility, but also for the surrounding quarter. But how does that work in detail?
Again, we work with what we already have. For example, we generate heat and energy through our waste. And further, we use all suitable surfaces in our design to collect solar energy. But where can I see that?
Our HDU is right next to us on lot 1. So, come over and experience how beautiful and suitable sustainable architecture can be.
We are thrilled to show you around, exchange ideas, and celebrate the future we will shape. So, we invite you to change the world!
Warte. Danke. I'm always amazed about how different the presentations are. We are curious about the next one. Please welcome with me from Delft in the Netherlands, from Team Sam, Nikki.
Beautiful. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikki, and I'm a part of the symbiotic urban movement, otherwise known as SUM. SUM started as a way to tackle two of the main challenges the Dutch built environment is currently facing, namely the fact that the Dutch government wants to build an additional 1 million homes by 2030, as well as wanting to be completely energy neutral by 2050. As you can imagine, these challenges are huge. And that's why we as SUM decided to take on a very specific building typology, namely tenement flats. These tenement flats are largely underperforming and actually make up about 847,000 houses in the Netherlands, which account for 11%. And most of these are on the demolishing list. And this is not just the case in the Netherlands. This is actually all over the world, and you can even see them here in Wuppertal. This is why we as a team decided to do something about this. And that's why we, as a team, like to say, recreate the future by harnessing the past. We created a model with 6 main design principles with which we're able to actually take on each and every single one of these underperforming tenement flats and renovate them and densify these neighborhoods as well. These 6 design concepts that I just talked about consist of the renovation of the existing housing structure. Then what we do is that we add a social function back into the ground floor. This was something that was asked of us through our talks with residents because we truly involved them in our participatory design process. As a third and fourth, we added a gallery and a core. These not only function as a space to make the entire building more accessible, these also provide social spaces on a smaller scale to be able to make everybody feel at home in the space. As a fifth, we are adding our completely circular, bio-based, modular top-up modules. And as a sixth, we have an energy productive roof and facade, which actually create enough energy to provide the entire building, as well as part of the neighborhoods with energy. These 6 building principles can actually be seen quite clearly in our building design. And to be able to show it to you in our prototype as well, we decided to grab our main aspects and show them to you here in Wuppertal. You can see a little bit over here on the top left. And then in our well, we combined our social functions in the ground floor to be able to show you how we work together with residents. We grabbed our top-up modules to show you how innovative and how amazing bio-based structures can be. And then we also show you our circulation core, where the social functions that we created together with the residents truly come together. I hope to be able to see all of you at our housing prototype earlier or later this day. And I want to ask you if you're ready to join the movement.
You're good? Okay. Are you good? That was so perfect in timing again. Let me check. Just a few moments ago, we introduced the team that had the shortest journey to Wuppertal. Now, we'll get to know the team with the longest journey. Please come on stage. From in Taiwan, Yen Jun and Yuxing from Team TDIS.
Hi, this is Xianjun from Taiwan.
And this is Yuxing from Taiwan.
We're the only team with a sweatshirt because we come from a hot country. Imagine living in a place like this. How much are you willing to pay for a month? 200 euros or 300 euros?
Actually, it's 400 euro per month. This is the amount people in Taiwan are willing to pay like this. It's almost 40% of their income. The question is it worth it?
Owning a house is everyone's dream in Taiwan, but the price is incredibly high. The thing is that Taiwan is a mountainous island. 90% of our population dwells in 20% of our land.
But there are so many vacant buildings like this in Taipei. The complex ownership makes it difficult to undergo urban renewal. People do not realize that their mindset have kept our precious land being idled.
Do you know what happens when everyone lives independently in their own unit?
So the consequence of such a condition is everyone owns their home appliance that can otherwise be shared. This energy is coming from a vast majority of fuel and nuclear power, while renewable energy provides as little as 6%.
And there are worse things that are happening. The minority of the house rental market suffers from foundational risk of old houses. Meanwhile, urban heat island effect continues to become more severe due to growing needs of energy consumption. All of these are the downside of economic growth and rising housing price in Taiwan.
Yeah, so this is why we need innovative solutions for our city. The first thing we do is create midway housing system to close gaps in our city.
And also in our house, we have designed the party core wall. From cables, furniture to the kitchen, we enclose them all in the core wall so that the amenities can be shared among an organized system, providing flexibility and comfort to our residents and the neighborhood.
To achieve the goal of a passive house, we have the self-made tiles that are light and have low thermal conductivity, and it even reflects current temperature and changes color. Another design is the pneumatic curtain that acts as a soft skin of the house. At night, we inflate the curtain to preserve a warm and noise-free condition indoors.
All of the designs are meant not only to close the gaps in urban regeneration, but also the gaps between material loop, social relationship, and the gaps between affordability and quality.
Come and visit our HDU in person and experience our sustainable and friendly housing. Thank you.
谢谢.
Thank you. Thank you. The presenter? Thank you, guys. So many different. Are you already ready? Okay. I will not hold you back any further. Please welcome with me from Eindhoven in the Netherlands, Mariana and Rochelle from Team Virtue. Oh.
Hi everyone, we have a question for you. Please raise your hand if you believe in sustainable cities. Yes, please keep your hand raised if you actually live in a CO2 neutral house. Well, isn't it strange that we are here in a room full of people that believe in sustainable cities, but actually only a few actually live in a sustainable house? Well, that's the problem. We have a lot of innovative technologies, but somehow they are not adopted as a standard. So we need to look beyond technology and we need to change the mindset. But where do you start?
Well, that's why Virtue created Ripple. Ripple is inspired by the ripple effect because, like a drop in the water, our project creates a wave of sustainable mindset. Our project is a way of thinking rather than a fixed design, and it's applicable to almost every building in Europe because it's made to be scalable and actually involve everyone. But how do you start this Ripple?
Well, if it's not a standard for people to live sustainable, we bring sustainable house to the people. We are in existing city hotspots where the people are to use space as most efficiently. We do this by creating modular residential top-ups to existing buildings, such as Café Ada here in Wuppertal as a European example. But what features does Ripple have in practice?
No worries, I can tell you. Well, we integrate innovative solutions for both building as well as living. To change the way we build, instead of using basic squares, we introduce the tessellation shape. You can use the tessellation shape to rotate it and form ripple buildings. These ripple buildings can still be diversified while still be prefabricated. Basically, mass customization. But to also make it easy for everyone to live sustainably, we introduce Equilibrium. That's a smart system that bridges the gap between energy consumption and production by scheduling appliances exactly at the moment you have the energy to produce. This way, for you and for everyone, it's easy to start live sustainably because Equilibrium does all the planning and scheduling for you.
Oh yeah, and of course, we also build a highly efficient house, in which these and many more innovations come together. This is a Ripple demonstration units, which normalizes low-impact living by making it effective. That's how Virtue started to Ripple. But how do we continue this Ripple even after we actually built the house?
Well, that's quite easy. As a start, by being at this solar decathlon in Europe, all the houses that we have built, all the decathletes have built, already bring a lot of attention to sustainable housing. But we could do more, and we can use your help because you have a lot of influence. So think about it. How will you, from today, start a ripple of influence to normalize low-impact living? Think about it and let us know at our Ripple demonstration unit right there. But as a start, just share this event and let's start a ripple of influence together. So powerful that it spreads all around the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was on time again. And we have the next. You clapping for me? No, he does. He's lying. Okay. Next competing team from Biberach in Germany. Please welcome Marie-Lise Hofstetter for the team Extension for Sustainability.
3 minutes are short when you want to describe a project that is ongoing for more than 2.5 years and involves more than 60 team members. Our goal is to make building and living in cities sustainable. By adding 4 floors to the existing Café Ada here in Wuppertal, we're creating a new living space while minimizing the environmental impact. Redensification, new mobility concepts, social cohabitation, a minimal carbon footprint, and a long life cycle are only a few of the areas we have implemented into our concept. To cover all these topics, we gathered broad knowledge from different disciplines and perspectives. We have worked together days and nights to develop new ideas, to implement thoughts, and to finally bring our house demonstration unit to life. How much solar do we want in our facade? How do we reduce our energy consumption? Can we reuse or build the furniture ourselves? Elongated discussions and countless changes of plans during the design and construction process have taught us resilience and perseverance. From the concept of the addition of Café Ada to the technical installation of our house demonstration unit, we're proud to say that we've planned and built everything ourselves. From the screws in the wall to the color of our window reveal boards, we've implemented our ideas and concepts down to the last detail. I think I can speak for every single team member if I say that we have all learned and grown a lot during our participation in the competition. We have not only gone to our limits, but we have gone beyond them. We have expanded them. Through all disciplines, we have created a functioning building that not only has an architectural concept, but also functions energy-wise and is buildable. This competition has encouraged us to rethink our view on the construction industry and taught us that we have to work together to achieve our goals, as a team, not as competitors. This includes not only the various disciplines within our team, but also every single person involved within our university, the supporting companies, our friends and families. And of course, the other teams participating in the Solar Decathlon. Combining all these ideas we just heard, concepts and approaches, we offer and share solutions to problems such as climate change and gentrification that can be applicable to other cities and buildings. Together, we are able to raise awareness and to reach for a sustainable transformation of our cities. So enjoy your visit to the Solar Campus and meet all those great teams with their great ideas and visions. Thank you.
So on time. Thank you. Well, I wouldn't want to be in the jurors' shoes right now, but I'm a little bit curious, I have to tell you. We have a bonus presentation for you, because amongst the 16 teams, there are high requirements. And there's one team that will present their presentation, the speed presentation, which is off competition. But we're happy to see you on stage. From Sweden, for Team Sweden, please welcome Queen Sara Hanitio. Enjoy. It's refusing. Okay, Quinn, hi. So
Hello.
you're here for Team Sweden, right?
Yes.
So, and as we can see, you are the single representative of your team. How come? What are the others doing?
Well, at this moment, as many of you have known, we are facing a lot of setbacks in our team, and our team is still, at this moment, diligently building our house. So here I am with my partner, Lou, and we're going to present for our team. So yeah.
So your team members are still building outside. Like, how is it going right now? I know you were facing a lot of obstacles, like the material was not delivered. You had a lot of problems, but you're still going.
Yes, I think that's one of the most defining features of our team, despite being the smallest team, probably one of the teams with the smallest budget ever. But
how many are there of you?
How many? The whole team, including the ones in Sweden right now, we are like 12 students.
And how many are here on site?
5.
5.
So yeah, but
so great to have you here. We're glad we can see you and your presentation. Can you please tell us about the team members? I mean, how did you gather? For how long have you been working together now?
So actually, this house project, Sea Hive, is part of like a 3-series course. So we have been changing team members like every semester, every study period even. Because in Sweden, 1 semester is divided into 2 study periods with like different subjects. So we are kind of like rotating team. So that's also a challenge for us because we have to adapt to the designs the previous team has made and then made it ourselves. And that's why.
And for how long have you been part of the team now?
I've been part of the team since February, so 5-6 months, maybe.
Okay, so
6 months.
Kind of a fluctuation within the team, which adds to the challenges that you have. So I think we're getting technically ready.
We are?
Sorry, my bad. Sorry. So 3 minutes for you. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. For everything in this world, there is a beginning. For every accepted standards, projects, materials in the construction world, there has to be someone who started it all, a pioneer. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Quinn, I'm from Team Sweden, and I'm going to talk about our sustainable house project called Sea Hive. As I like to describe it to people, Sea Hive is a one-of-a-kind, ambitious, experimental, sustainable house project made with a combination of different materials and techniques, such as green wood, 3D printed materials, and also engineered timber. Green wood. I don't have a good picture of that right now, but green wood is freshly cut, uncured, untreated wood that can be bent, and we use it to make our signature, curvy, artsy facade that will retain its shape once it's dried. We also use clay-based inner walls to help maintain and regulate temperature and humidity in the house. We also test and experiment with new structures for the floor, which is a floating structure, which enables you to build a floor on top of gravel and sand. That's it. And last but not least, one of our most defining features of the house is the 3D printed house. We are from Chalmers University of Technology, and we put the technology in what we do. We tackle the issues of circularity using technology. This is made of sawdust, and we turn it into a wood-based cellulose filament for 3D printing, and this is gonna be part of our facades in the house. Well, we're an experimental team, as you can see by now. If you have taken a walk around the solar campus, you might have seen Sea Hive. It's the one covered with white cloths and scaffolding over there. It's because it's not finished. But at the same time, you can see that all of us here, despite being a small team, we have the drive to keep going. We are still building up until this day, and we'll keep going until it's finished. And for this moment, I would like to take this moment to thank everyone in this project, the other teams, the organizers, the sponsors. Everyone has been incredibly kind to us since the first day of the competition. Everyone has been helping us. I think that everyone really wants to help make Sea Hive into reality. And in that sense, I also think that it also makes our simple experimental house, humble house, like a symbol of hope, actually. And it's also like demonstrates for the students a willingness to try, to fail, and to learn again. And that, in my opinion, is what the student competition is all about. Thank you very much. I hope you'll visit Sea Hive in the upcoming weeks. Thank you.
Good job, good job. Yeah. Thank you very much, Quinn, for Team Sweden. The speed peer reviews are the first evaluated part of one of the contests that are part of the Solar Decathlon Europe. There are 10 contests, and one of them is the CSAR contest, which is for communication, education, and social awareness. And that was the first evaluated part. As I mentioned earlier, this has not been apart from the origins in like 20 years ago. The speed peer review started in 2014 in Versailles, when one genius woman came up with the idea, why don't we just let the peers have the presentations in front of the peers? And you know what, guys? She's here. She's here. So please welcome on stage the co-founder and director of the Energy Endeavor Foundation. Please welcome, it's a personal pleasure, Louise Holloway. Enjoy.
Well, well, well. Teams, you nailed it. You did it. Amazing. Again, we would like to thank you for being so intrepid, so energetic, and so tenacious. It's been a splendid and intense day. You've been brilliant. Those presentations are mind-boggling as well, and you've stepped up. You've been formidable, nothing short of formidable. Thank you. I'd really like to extend a special thanks to the production team from Tremonia Media. I'd also like to thank the graphic designers, the photographers, the video masters, who count enormously, because after all, communication is kind of key. So thank you very much to all of you. Back there. There. And thank you, Wilma Verma. Thank you, our MC, for being so brilliant and for shining a bright light on the teams and on this whole day and on it all. Thank you, Velma. Teams, your messages are so valuable, truly. Your presentations bring us right home to the fact that the Solar Decathlon, in any of its formations, anywhere in the world, is above all a communication action. Your house, your building is a statement, a communication statement, a huge statement that will resonate far and wide. That's so clear. You're sharing your knowledge, you're sharing your learning curve, and you're creating relationships that will set the tone and create the landscape for our upcoming clean energy initiatives. And as professionals, you're not just moving mountains, but preserving them and transforming them. We salute you again for spreading the word and walking the talk in the name of our energy transition and responsible living. It is an honor to have you personally share with us the things that matter to you. Thank you. It's for you. On that note, teams, we do look forward to the first jury visits, to tomorrow, and to Sunday's first award ceremony for communication, education, and social awareness. C'est ça. That's it. Until then, know that your speed peer review presentations were authentic and buoyant and brilliant and communicative and creative and very clever, determined, dynamic, funny, and fundamental, informative and interesting, open, original, and outgoing, structured, savvy, smart, and top-notch. To all, have a splendid time and enjoy the next days with us in this gorgeous SD 2122 solar community. Thank you.
Thank you. You're wearing the heels again. She does. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Louise. The Speed Peer Review has been the first part of one part of the CISA Award, which will be, there will be an award ceremony on Sunday. So I invite all of you to return and visit us again on Sunday or tomorrow, of course, because tomorrow will be an additional schedule. We do have conferences. We do have tours. You can see, visit all the houses. And we do have live music as well. Plus, I'm sure we're going to have awesome weather as well, which helps on a Saturday. Right now, I would like to ask the speakers, the speaking representatives of the teams back onto stage because, of course, we want to have a picture. So please come back to me on stage. All the speaking representatives of the teams, please come back with the costumes if you like. That'd be awesome. And the cat, Ludwig, the cat, please. Please bring the cat. Yeah, and please make sure nobody falls off the stage. Thank you. And I'll make some way. But where's your jacket? It's hard to recognize you without the jacket. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. No, you're good, you're good. Ladies and gentlemen, did you have a great day today? Woohoo! So please stay up there. Please stay up there. You can stand up if you want to. So on behalf of the committee, on behalf of the teams, ladies and gentlemen, dear visitors, dear committee, dear project team, dear everyone in this room, thank you for sharing this day for us. Have a great further competition. Have a great fair. Have a great tour. And enjoy the day. Thank you very much and see you again. Have a great afternoon.